And we have seen our Danish Protoss player be a little bit more experimental as of late. We'll see if that trend continues here. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing T1. It is herO. We go. So we're getting into our PvP. And referring to MaxPax, and what we were trying to allude to here is that in recent weeks, in recent times, we have seen MaxPax stop going for the gate, cyber into Stargate into expansion, stop going for the MaxPax opener, and starting to go for more true gate openers instead. That was the case, I want to say like 2-3 weeks ago, and then he went back. Then he reverted back to his old self, so he's been mixing it up. He's been mixing it up here. He's been more unpredictable, I will say that. And we'll see what it goes for this time. As here comes a 2-gate opener from herO. MaxPax looks like he's going for the gate, cyber into Stargate. Okay. Oh boy. Now, welcome to Tokamak. Tokamak is a very large map of the map pool. Tokamak is known for proxies as well because it's so large. There are many proxy locations, and if herO can realize what's going on, he can react and respond with an all-in. Pokes in. Sees one gateway, Cybercore, Zealots on the way, safety Zealots. The reason why we have the Zealot in production is because MaxPax feels like there's a high chance it's going to be a proxy, so it's going to be on this Zealot to try to find the proxy and focus down that pylon. Meanwhile, we can see that herO throws down his second pylon in the main base, so no proxy. Second pylon's in the main. MaxPax does confirm he should be feeling safe, and he should cancel the Zealot. Oh no, sorry, my apologies. He has to produce it here for this pylon. True. So pylon block on the low ground, Stargate's on the way, again Stargate before expand, and this should lead into oracles. Now with herO's setup here, he can still turn this into a one base all in, but he doesn't really have anything out on the map. Doesn't have a proxy location out on the map either. So curious to see where herO takes us. Does open up double stalker to rally across the map. Pylon does finish. Going for the cyber. Does go for the cyber core, delaying the expansion even further. Remember, this build that MaxPax is going for is meant to be economic, and so far he's not able to expand. Safety shield battery. Here come the stalkers. herO reinforcing with another stalker with a sentry as well. The Adept does rally across, runs into another stalker. And the Adept will go down. Nice pickup. Likewise, herO is getting on top of the shield battery. Shield battery's under fire. Oracle's on the way. And the shield battery will finish. Oh my god, the Stalker takes so many hits though. Takes a lot of hits, takes a lot of damage. The Oracle's coming in for a dive, but now there's a third Stalker. And the Oracle gets punished. Nice control here by herO. Very nice control. And he will kill the shield battery. And he heavily delays the expansion. The Cybercore is still here. The Oracle already spent some energy. The Oracle's moving out. herO, he's expanding. And herO, he has control of the game. He has an economic lead. Takes over the low ground. Shield battery is ready. His main base is safe. Sentry's in position. And this opener has done nothing for MaxPax. Now, what I will say is that thankfully he still has the Oracle alive. He still has the first Oracle. He has now a second Oracle as well. Two Oracles that can one-shot probes. Oh, nice force field. Locks down one of the Zealots. Do we have a second force field? We do. Yeah, second force field against one of the Stalkers. Oracles, they go for the dive. And can he get an Oracle? Oh my god, barely not. Gets a Stalker though. Jesus, still nice trades for herO. Yeah, whole damage on the Oracles. herO pulls away. And MaxPax, he just gives up on the natural, going for the unnatural natural at the third location. Ay, ay, ay. A brutal position here from MaxPax, but once again, I should emphasize that thankfully he still has both Oracles, right? These Oracles, they still have a lot of potential for damage. It's going to be difficult. They're both low on HP, but they have potential. Last year is in position. Behind this, going to blink. Cybercore has been dealt with. Oracles are moving in. does get 2. Let's get 2 pro. Oh, the Oracle gets 1. And 1 Oracle goes down. There's 1 Oracle left. He can no longer one-shot. And here it confirms that there's an expansion. It confirms there's no 1-base all-in. There's the expand. It confirms that there is Blink. No Dark Shrine. And the pressure is very much so on MaxPax. Ay, ay, ay. We'll see what he can get done. He's going for an extra gateway. Building up to 3-gate Blink. Here he's ready. He's got a shield battery. Likewise, he has stalks in the main base. He's on away the Oracle. Adepts, they will shade in. Okay. Shade into the main. They cause a distraction. And they're going to get 1. 1 probe goes down. The Oracle doesn't make it out. Ooh, and even catching and forcing a recall. Oof, gets a Stalker. Ah, too many losses here. And MaxPax, he should not be able to defend. Checking the army sizes, we have herO with almost double the Stalker count plus sentries. Blink is done for herO. Blink is not complete for MaxPax. Here come the hallucinations. Here comes herO. And the shield battery is not yet done. Oof. Yeah, boys are being pulled. They have to be. Probe's going to be going down. Here he should keep pushing, but he does actually back off. Okay. So we have the stasis trap. Goes to the stasis, and I feel like herO, he could have pressed the issue here. He could have just kept going and kept picking off at least probes, but no, herO, he pulls away. hero's still ahead, but he does allow MaxPax to stay in this game. As hero's getting a 3rd base, Forger +1, Immortal Production's on the way as well, so herO just maintaining his tech lead. And the pressure's on MaxPax. It's on MaxPax to find some economic damage across the map or go for an all-in, right? One or the other. Playing standard from here is just going to fall behind. Alright, here we go. As we mentioned, the pressure is on MaxPax. The onus is on him to find some damage, and he is being active. He might be able to find damage here at the 3rd base. herO does spot the army. He's aware. Blink in, the Immortal is a little bit too far back. Nice force fields. But MaxPax still being punished. +1 is soon going to finish off a herO. Again, he has just perpetually an upgrade lead. I will say that herO, he never started charge. True. Never did get into charge. So we do see that MaxPax, he's refining his composition and getting into something more efficient. Out of Pure Blink Stalker and into Charge or Archon. At FSA Shade in. herO doesn't pull away, so that's going to be what, 6? 6 probes going down. herO slipping up a little bit here. MaxPax, can he bring it back? Or is it too late? Here is pushing. Now remember, MaxPax will have he'll have charge, or I should say he's working towards charge. It's still not actually yet done. Uh-oh. It's not ready. MaxPax blinks away. Force field zones away the zealots. And MaxPax is being broken. He just doesn't have the numbers here. He's going to lose the Stalkers, lose the Zealots as well. Charge finishing up in 10 seconds, but it's too late at this point. There's 3 Immortals. At the same time, stasis goes off. Very nice stasis trap, but it doesn't matter. Does not matter. Not anymore. It's also going down. Once again, force field zone away the Stalkers. They're too far back. And herO will overwhelm. And again, this entire game, he was just all over MaxPax when it came to the opener, when it came to the initial build. MaxPax forced like the unnatural, stuck on 1 base. The Oracles did nothing. GG gets called, and herO takes game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. A very impressive game here by herO. Again, just all over MaxPax. This is the big downside, and this is why I'm not really fond of whenever MaxPax does go for the Gate Cyber into Stargate, whenever he goes for his quote-unquote opener, the MaxPax build, is because it's so played out. It's so played out, and players like herO, players like Classic, players like Showtime, you often do see them abuse MaxPax for that, just because like it's a little bit more, he's a little bit more predictable when he does go for that kind of style, just because he's done it for so long. I'm hoping that he does mix things up coming into game 2, but we'll see. Gonna be loading into Pylon. Let's go. This is why I was so excited, what was it, like a month ago or 2-3 weeks ago, when MaxPax was going for 2 gate openers and was going for proxies as well, and he was excelling as a result. Like, he was succeeding with it. It was really exciting when MaxPax was kind of spreading his wings, but that was, again, you know, a couple of weeks ago. Now we're kind of back to what we once did before, which is mix it up again, baby. But here we go, spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Pylon, we have the red Protoss player, we have the Danish Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss himself, representing T1. It is herO. There we go. Low-key, MaxPax is trolling at this point for not going to events. I would hard disagree with that. If you've been listening to his interviews and if you've heard from MaxPax, I mean, him not going to events is obviously his decision. From my understanding, it's like a social anxiety thing, where he's just not very comfortable being like in public and in large crowds like that sort of thing. Would rather just play from home, which is perfectly fine. It is a bit of a shame that he doesn't compete with all the other competitors, but from my understanding, he has no like interest in that sort of thing. So it is a bit of a shame, but like understandable. So now we are building up. And once again, we're going for the gate into Cybercore Zealot first. Here he's going for a fake proxy pylon. Okay, you have my attention. So MaxPax is going for the same build. This time here he's faking an all-in, going for the pylon hidden in the top right-hand corner of the map. And we'll see if he can force an overreaction. MaxPax, of course, he knows that a pylon is missing. For all he knows, it could be a proxy robo, could be a proxy gateway, could be a proxy Stargate, or it could be nothing, as we can see here. So it's on MaxPax to react and to confirm. You can see he's checking the center area. This is a very common location for a proxy robo, very common in the center. And Max actually doesn't overreact. I mean, he's getting extra shield batteries, true. He's getting a shield battery at the natural, second pylon as well to keep everything powered. So he is reacting in some way, and as a result being a little bit inefficient in his build, but nothing too extreme. As we have a Twilight Council opener out of herO, taking his natural. I believe did skip his, yeah, did skip his unit. Oh, sorry, double stalker into double sentry. Now the question becomes from here. We're going to try to make use of this pylon later on. The Twilight Council is almost done. We don't have a probe veering off towards the right-hand side, so no crazy like DT-based open or anything like that. herO does move out, applying some pressure. And MaxPax, oh, going for the Void Ray. Uh-oh, misread. He's misreading this. Now he confirms his base, and he should cancel that Void Ray. Nice chronoing. Ay. That's curious. Void Ray production for MaxPax is usually if you believe you're being all in. If you believe you're being all in, like, you need Void Rays to survive and to defend your natural. To invest into a Void Ray here, it does not scale well into a longer mid game. So this does feel like a waste. We'll see what he can achieve with it. I mean, hey, he rallies out with the main army. Oracle gets a revelation. Here we go. MaxPax right down the middle. No defensive shield battery. With this early Void Ray, MaxPax, he could actually break the natural. If there's no shield battery, he can't pull this off. MaxPax is moving in. Void Ray is revealed. Okay, herO knows. And he'll lose one Stalker. One Stalker goes down. Oracle gets punished. herO coming in from behind. But the Oracle making its way to the mineral line. The mineral line is exposed. Are there sentries? Okay. There are sentries to defend. herO pulls back. Again, still no shield battery. But herO looks like he will have enough. Oh, a little bit trigger happy. Panics a little bit here, but takes on the Void Ray. Comes in from behind, gets one of the Stalkers as well. And herO holds. Whew, here he does hold. And again, really nice movement out of herO to drag the army to the right-hand side, to buy time for extra warp ins, to react and to have units ready for the Oracle. It's a really nice positional play here from herO. And he takes a third. Third base is on the way. MaxPax, again, he was very dedicated, and we did mention that he was putting himself behind, or we had some wasted resources in that Void Ray. He had some potential there, but the Void Ray went down, and now we're building up into the mid game as well. MaxPax still stuck on 2 bases. Still on 2 bases. MaxPax is also behind on Blink. herO, he checks for the third. Ooh, checked 1 second too soon. Oh, does get a Stalker. Gets one, pulls away, and confirms the expansion. And here he should be able to force a cancel. Yeah, there it is. Oh, there's a cancellation. MaxPax still stuck on 2 bases. Now, what did MaxPax do? He went for a gateway explosion. So he has extra gateways. He's working on +1. He should be able to build up a higher Stalker count, but herO should have some shield batteries back at home. We'll see. So far, the Stalker counts are even. Max actually will expand towards herO. Okay, there's no reinforcing pylon. But Blink is now done. Oh, gets one. Gets one Stalker so far. Better trade to MaxPax. Does out trade initially. Oracle back into the main. Cannon is done. Oops, safe strap is denied. herO does finish off the proxy pylon. We're trying to catch out the army. Yeah, it gets punished. The armies do trade. There's a Guardian Shield. MaxPax has to get out of here. Has to pull away. Oof. Leading out 2, 3 more Stalkers. Oh god! Yeah, losing far too much. Some rough trades for MaxPax. herO holding on. This time herO is going to charge, so it's building up into Zealots. He's refining his army. Both headed into the mid game. When it comes to our economies, both players are on 3 bases. Both players' economies are looking decent. We have +2 starting off for herO. No +2 for MaxPax. That's a little bit of a concern. We'll see when and if he does start it up. Zealots, they do get into the natural. MaxPax getting pulled apart. Oh, going for the pylon. Pylon goes down. Zealots, they get 5 probe kills. herO, he is out. Oh no! We'll take the stasis to the face. If the Zealots had arrived and the Stalkers were no stasis, then herO, he could break this position. He has to pull away. He has to pull away. 4th base is on the way instead. MaxPax, he's holding. Just barely. But here he's not stopping. Yeah, he's not stopping. He's not slowing down. Zealots, they're coming in from behind, getting on top of the Stalkers. Yeah, brutal losses here for MaxPax, as herO is out trading. Yeah, catching out, what, 3, 4, 5 extra Stalkers. MaxPax being zoned away. herO is still just reinforcing, still just warping in more Zealots. And here he has done it. He has broken the 3rd. MaxPax, he cannot keep up. Not like this, not anymore. And again, it was a quirky start for MaxPax going for the Void Ray. It was a bold move, but GG gets called, and herO will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. Whew. GG, well played. MaxPax, he did adjust a little bit here coming into Pylon, but at the same time, it also felt like he was forced to overreact to the attempted or to the fake out from herO with the extra shield battery, with the extra Pylon, with the extra Zealot. And of course with the Void Ray as well. In the end, because he went for that early Void Ray, that meant that his Twilight Council was delayed and his blink timing was also later as well. And we saw herO take full advantage of that, being so aggressive and so in the face of MaxPax whenever he had that advantage, whether it was blink, whether it was his gateways, whether it was with charge as well. Get a very active style, and once again really impressive unit control out of herO as well. When it came to that defense against Void Ray, was crazy, was impressive. GG, well played. When it came to the overall builds, herO, he stayed on a very low gas count. We didn't get to point it out, but herO, he only took his gases in the main base. That's why he was reinforcing with so many Zealots. He only had 2 gases in the main, pure mineral income elsewhere, so just warping in wave after wave of Zealots, and Zealots, they trade so well against Stalkers, unless you have Archons, right? Like, that's when Archons come into play, that's when SimCity comes into play, but in head-on fights like that, Zealots are just so much more efficient against a more gas-intensive unit like a Stalker. GG, well played. With that, herO does knock MaxPax out, and we are getting ready for the next semifinals. We're going to be going on a short break. Up next, we're going to be covering Showtime versus Percival in the upper semis, and then we'll be having the grand finals thereafter. herO is waiting for the winner of this series. Whether it's Showtime or Percival, we'll find out. We will find out. For now, though, going to be going on a short break. We'll see you soon after the break.